where we take a hero, play through them with the 4 different aspects, and then kind of talk about them, get to understand their mechanics, and then rank them in each aspect. So today we are going to be taking an in-depth look at one of the heroes from the Mad Titan Shadow campaign box, Spectrum. So Spectrum is a kind of a unique hero in the sense that she kind of has like 3 different hero forms. So she has the photon form, the gamma form, and the pulsar form. And whenever you flip up into your hero form, you get to determine, or you get to decide which ones you're flipping to. And so the photon form is really good at thwarting. So she gets +2 thwart while in that form. And then when you change to that form, you get to remove 1 threat from his scheme. Sorry about that. Gamma is +2 attack, deal 1 damage to an enemy when you switch to it. And then Pulsar is +2 defense, and then you get to heal 1 damage from Spectrum whenever you flip to that form. And so, very versatile hero. Really excited to see how she plays. And because of all of these different forms, I think that she's going to be a pretty good fit in any aspect that we choose. So, that being said, let's look at Spectrum's card just a little bit. So, Monica Rambaugh is set up. Put all 3 energy form face down into play face down. So I'll just set these off screen. Whenever I decide to switch to an energy form, I'll put them up there, and then power down. So force response, when you flip to this form, turn all of them face down. So really nothing special or exciting about the alter ego ability of Monica. So she has a 3 recover, she has a hand size of 6 and hit points of 11. So that's what we're starting out. Then flipping up the Spectrum, she's a 1/1/1, but that is always altered by whatever form she's in. So she's going to be a 3/1/1 or a 1/3/1 or a 1/1/3. And then energy transformation. After you change to this form, she's a face down energy form, and then flip that card face up to the energy form. So these are the pulsar, gamma, and photon energy forms. Then a bunch of her cards are just kind of all about changing forms, getting extra benefits while you're in a specific form, etc., etc. So pretty interesting hero. I think, super versatile. It seems kind of like the Ant-Man and Wasp heroes, where you get to flip between giant and tiny form, but this one just adds another layer of complexity. And so I'm excited to see what Spectrum does. One of my critiques, I don't know if you can see it on this screen, but all of my Spectrum cards are off printed by just slightly. So right here on the left side, they're all like kind of cut off, but yeah, it's fine. It doesn't affect the gameplay at all, so I'm not too worried about it. I can always see what I need to see, so it's gonna be fine. But I assume someone else out there has, more on the other side, or more on this side and less on that side somewhere. They just cut the sheets wrong. Let me shuffle up. We're doing aggression first. 1 second. Let me. So we're doing aggression first. I think aggression will be fun with Spectrum. I think my least favorite, or the least interesting one, is probably going to be leadership. And Jason, D20 Woodworking, and I have kind of talked about this on some of our past live streams, where aggression is just not our favorite aspect. Or I'm sorry, leadership is just not our favorite aspect to play. It seems like it's pretty agnostic of whatever hero you're playing. It seems like it has the same deck, the same everything. And so yeah. So leadership, I'm least excited for Spectrum, especially because I don't really think that leadership plays off of her ability super well. And so we'll get leadership in here, but I am excited for the other 3 aspects. I don't know if I have one aspect that I'm more excited for, and so I'm excited to see through and play through all 3 of those. So another another function of this live stream, these review streams, is what I do is I play against one villain. And so I don't change up the villain between different aspect plays. That way I can kind of standardize on one and understand, okay, if I just get blown out of the water on all of the aspects, it's probably the villain, not necessarily just, if I get blown out of the water on justice, and it's like, okay, I can kind of get an understanding of maybe justice isn't the best aspect for whatever hero I'm playing. So this live stream, I'm playing against Ebony Maw, who is the first villain that you face in the Mad Titan Shadow campaign. And this was just a choice that I made. I think he's a fun, interesting villain. He's not super difficult. And so when I'm learning a new hero, I like to try and pick someone that's not going to just slam me against a wall over and over. And so Ebony Maw is the hero, or I'm sorry, the villain. And he starts with 14. And let's get into it. Alrighty, so attack on Nowhere. So Ebony Maw leads an assault on Nowhere in order to capture the Power Stone stored within. And so when revealed, each player discard cards from the top of their deck until a spell environment is discarded and puts it into play in their area. Shuffle the encounter, discard pile back into the encounter deck. So Ebony Maw has these spell cards. Hey, look, first one. And they start out with invocation counters. And whenever Ebony Maw activates against you, then you remove a counter. When there are no counters there, then something really bad happens. So Rebel Storm says, after the last counter is removed from Rebel Storm, discard it, deal 2 damage to each character you control. So this is, tough if you're running leadership or something with a lot of allies. And there's really not much that you can do to get rid of these that I have found. It's just kind of, you have to plan around it and know in around 3 turns, maybe less, Rebel Storm's going to take off. Okay, so let's see. We got, started in alter ego mode. Monica. We got 6 cards. My aggression deck is all about damage. That sounded weird. That sounded dumb. But really what it is built to kind of take use of these surprise attacks, which when you change form, Monica is constantly changing form, then you can deal a lot of damage to an enemy or, just some action items. If you defeat some, chase them down to mitigate some threat, which we start out with 1 threat on Nowhere. And so, yeah, it's nothing is super crazy about this aggression deck. I do have the dive bomb card because Monica or Spectrum does have a aerial trait, and so the dive bomb is like deals 7 damage to everything. Hey, Trap It, how's it going? It's going good. It's going good. It was a long, busy week, but I'm excited to play some Marvel Champions and figure out how Spectrum is going. How's it going with you? Alrighty, so we'll start this out. I don't think I need to chase them down because I'm not going to defeat an enemy this turn. May as well keep a skilled strike. Speed of light sounds pretty good. We got a clobber. I'm not going to use a clobber though. And then photon speed is remove 4 threat from a scheme, and I just don't have 4 threat out there. So I'm going to mulligan those 3 cards, which gets me a hand cannon. That's pretty nice. Another photon speed and Blue Marvel. So Blue Marvel is her signature ally, and after he enters play, you get to change energy forms. So good. I'm glad to hear it's going well. Yeah, this last week was long. And then the week before that, I was traveling for work, and so I wasn't able to stream. And then I was able to stream on Monday last week, and then Wednesday and Friday things kind of came up and I wasn't able to stream, but should be getting back into the groove. And yeah, but I haven't played Champions in a while, so a while being like a week, so but it feels like forever. But, okay, awesome. Okay, so we will flip up to hero mode. And what I'm going to do, because I want to end up in the um, in gamma mode because I'm going to be doing a lot of damage. So what I want to do, because I have a speed of light, which allows me to change forms, I'm going to flip into photon mode to start out. So at this point, I have +2 fort. And after you change to this form, remove one threat from the scheme. So I'm going to remove this threat from this scheme right here. All right. Now I'm going to play Speed of Light. So change energy forms and draw a card. So I'm going to change to Gamma. This is where I want to be. And when I'm in Gamma, I get +2 attack. So +2 attack right there. And I get to deal 1 damage to an enemy, which I'll just hit Ebony Maw for 1 whenever I flip into Gamma form. So right now I'm at 3 attack. And yeah. Okay. So I think I'm going to actually discard Blue Marble and Photon Speed to put Hand Cannon into play. So Hand Cannon starts out with 3 charges, and when I make a basic attack, I can exhaust Hand Cannon to do +2 to that attack, and then the attack gains overkill. So that's pretty nice. When I changed forms, I was supposed to play Surprise Attack. Yeah, so I'm sorry about that. I'm going to play Surprise Attack when I change forms. I was already thinking way too far ahead, so that does 4 damage because I discarded a Skilled Strike for it. So, you ready? So now I'm going to swing using my Hand Cannon. So that's a 5 attack with Spectrum. So just like that, in the first turn, I did 10 points of damage. So yeah, because I flipped to Gamma, that was 1. Surprise Attack did 4. Hand Cannon plus a basic attack did 5. Or did 6. No, did 5. 5. Yeah. So yeah, it's so far she seems pretty strong. So just completed round 1 of the campaign with Warlock and Black Widow protection. Awesome. How do you like Warlock? I really liked him. He's one of those that I just need to play way more to understand all of the different aspects of his deck building, because he just seems crazy. He seems insanely good. All the mystics in this game seem really good. And I love Black Widow. I haven't played her in protection, but I think that's probably my favorite aspect for her. But yeah, excited to hear what you think about Warlock. So draw up to 5. Okay. So we got a bug. We got a Gamma Blast. So that's excellent. Gamma Blast does 7 damage to an enemy. And if I was already in Gamma form, it gains overkill. So that's excellent. We got a Dive Bomb and another Gamma Blast. So Gamma Blast is deal 7 damage to an enemy and 1 damage to each other enemy. So we got a lot of damage. Use a version of Brian V's deck, Wild Tutor. It gives you a lot of tools. Yeah, he is. Both of these heroes that came in this box are super versatile, and so I'm excited to see that. That's really great, especially for a solo player or the lower player count. You need to be able to mitigate a bunch of stuff going. All right, so in the villain phase, so we will put 1 on here. Ebony Maw. When Ebony Maw activates against me, so remove this from Rebel Storm, and he's going to attack me for 1 plus boost. Give the villain a tough status card. Okay. Now I get 1 bad card. And the Black Order. So Thanos recruited the most dangerous mercenaries in the galaxy to form the Black Order. So while the Black Order minion is in play, while a Black Order minion is in play, threat cannot be removed from this side scheme. So it comes in with 2, and we're resolving an extra encounter card each turn. Get my tea. So the tough status card is a little bit of a bummer, but I don't think I have anything with like piercing or anything. But I could just take him right into phase 2. The dive bomb. Seems like overkill. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the power of aggression. We'll play the long game to put Bug into play. So Bug is after your hero makes a basic attack, you get to heal 1 damage from Bug, and I will go ahead and attack once with Bug to knock off the tough, and then I will attack with Spectrum, exhaust hand cannon to do 5 damage to the villain, heal 1 from Bug, and we're moving on to round 2 of Ebony Maw. So, same kind of force activation. So whenever he activates against me, I have to remove a counter. And then when revealed, each player discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until they discard a spell and puts that spell into play. And then he comes in with 18 hit points. Excellent. All right, and now we are going to be discarding until we find a spell. There's a spell. And we've got Pacification. So enters play with 3 counters on it. At this rate, I don't think I'm going to need 3 turns to win this, but we'll see. I've always said that and then completely whiffed and died immediately. So this says after the last counter is removed from it, I have to exhaust each upgrade I control, and then I am stunned. So not great. Okay. So at the end of the round, I will ready everybody up. Maybe I should have thought about taking care of that, but too late now. And then I'll discard a dive bomb and a gamma blast. I'm still holding on to 1 gamma blast, but I don't think I need both of them. Get 5 cards. Speed of light, that's nice. Surprise attack, that's right there. That's the combo that this deck is built off of. So playing Speed of Light to change enduring forms and then hitting a surprise attack to deal 4 damage, because I put a lot of physical resources in here. And so, oh man, I love that. Pulsar Shield, 1, 2, 3, 4. So Pulsar Shield is you get to change to, if you defend, you get to then change into the Pulsar form. And then I got Recruit Quarters. Okay, sweet. So we're adding 1 here. Okay, yep. And then Ebony Maw is going to attack me. I think I didn't take damage last time. I needed to take 1 point of damage. So I'm down to 10. Ebony Maw is going to attack me for 2. I'm just going to take that to the face. 2 plus 1 is 3. So bringing me down to 7. And we are resolving 2 bad cards because of the Black Order. But not too bad. Okay, so we got Landing Craft. So when defeated, you discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. And so that actually may be something that I want to do. I do like minions. I do like killing minions, at least with this deck. And then that comes in with 2. And then I got Loss of Control. Ooh, give to the Monica player. You cannot change energy forms. And as an alter ego action, I can exhaust Monica to remove this card from the game. That's a tough obligation. I love the design. I love that design of an obligation. It's not just, hey, you can flip if you exhaust, then you discard or whatever. But I really like this type of card where the obligation is very hero specific. Because I can't use my surprise attack and speed of light combo. And so instead, what I'm going to do is well, I guess I don't have to. I need to remove one of these when Ebony attacked me. I guess I didn't really care too much about changing forms. Right now I got him in a spot where I can do a good bit of damage to him. So we might as well just keep going. All right. So I got 3. I'm going to use a surprise attack, a crew quarters, and a pulsar shield. I'm going to spend 3 to play a gamma blast. So deal 7 damage to an enemy. If you are already in gamma form, this attack gains overkill, but I'm not attacking any minion or anything, so just 7 damage. 1 too many. I will attack once with Bug, dealing 1 damage to Bug, and dealing 1 damage to Ebony Maw. Then I will attack, removing this last one, dealing 5 damage with Spectrum. Okay, so now it's just a race against the clock. So, that should be fine. Okay, so we'll stand everybody up. I heal 1 from Bug when I make the attack with Spectrum. I don't need a Speed of Light because I'm not changing energy forms. So we got 5 cards. Also, if you are watching this live, then I don't have a way to get it to you. But if you're watching with like on YouTube, all of these deck lists are going to be in the description of the video. And so if you're interested to try out one of these decks, you can hop on over to Marvel CDB using the link for the different aspect decks, and those are right there. They're published for you. So great. So I grabbed a skilled strike, and so that right there will be game if there's no guards or anything. So I just have to survive this, and I think that I win this game. So starting out, we're going to add 2 to the main scheme. So we're at 4 out of 6. Ebony Maw is going to attack me. I'm going to defend with Bug because Rebel Swarm is going to kill Bug anyways. So I might as well tank the hit with Bug. So Ebony Maw is going to hit me for 2 plus 1. So Bug takes 3. We remove 1 from each one of these. Rebel Storm activates. I deal 2 damage to every character I control, so bringing me down to 5. And then we're resolving 2 bad cards. Let's see what we got. Gang up. The villain and each minion engaged with me attacks. That's not good. That's, see, right there. Yep. Okay, so and what's really tough is that pacification is going to take effect, so I'll be stunned. So I'll defend. So he's attacking for 2 plus 2 is 4, so I take 3 damage. So 1, 2, 3, and then remove this. So pacification triggers, saying that I exhaust each upgrade I control, and I am stunned. Okay, cool. I think the spell come off before the attack happens, or that's how I've seen it played. Okay. Okay. So after yeah, I think you're right. I think you are right. In which case, Bug dies. I take 3, and then I take 4, so that's game. Yeah, you're right on that. So yeah, that's game. Because I would have taken basically 7 damage and I had 5 health. So good call. Thank you for okay. Yeah, so this was just a super aggressive deck. and it didn't seem like I was able to beat the time clock. But that's fine. I enjoyed the aggression. Some of the other things that maybe if I had played a little bit slower and built a little bit more, I could add in some more cards, like getting a combat training in there. I had Hulk in there just for fun. And then I had God Slayer in there. So really the idea of this deck was to be able to, swing for just massive amounts of damage, especially with like a base 3 attack while in gamma form. But didn't quite make it, didn't quite win the race, but that's fine because we still got 3 more games. Do you care, or do you have anyone in the chat want to have a aspect that they want to see next? We got justice, protection, and leadership still on the table. So I have all the decks built, but I just need to know which ones I need to shuffle in. Alrighty. So think about that. I'm gonna hop back to my be right back screen. If you have a suggestion, then throw it in the chat. If not, then I will pick one at random and see you in just a few minutes. Thank you. Alrighty, so we had the suggestion of doing Justice, and so Justice is actually probably the one that I'm most excited about for Monica. I and well, I think it's probably going to be a better deck than like in a multiplayer game than in a solo player game because Monica doesn't really want to spend a lot of time in alter ego form, and so that's when a lot of the threat gets added, etc. So because that, I kind of put in a couple of cards from the new core set, which are these like one way or another's. So I can search the encounter deck for a side scheme, reveal it, and then draw 3 cards. And so that puts a side scheme into play and allows me to just get a massive card boost to my hand. Then the rest of my deck, or a lot of the rest of my deck, is built off of things that happen when I defeat a scheme or a side scheme, remove all the threat. And so the idea is to go fishing for those, get crazy awesome cards, and then bring them in. And then I have some pretty expensive allies in there like Jack Flag, and a lot of my allies in here are built around doing some damage. Jessica Jones is a 2 attack, Quasar, and then Wiccan. So I'm excited for this one. We got some beat cops, so a lot of ways to mitigate some threat and a lot of ways to get threat on the table for a solo player. So if you're doing your job right, there is no threat. So bringing those out and immediately defeating them and drawing 3 cards, I think is going to be that. It's going to be great. My one concern is I don't know if I have enough damage dealing stuff in this deck. And so my idea, and we'll see how it plays out, is to try and be in Gamma form again. And so, which is the one with a +2 attack. And so I have so many cards that mitigate threat that I'm really hoping that I don't need to thwart that much outside of my event cards. And I can then stay in Gamma and do damage using Pulsar's ability, or just her basic action. So that's the idea behind this deck. This is, I really like the one way or another card. I think it's really interesting, especially if you kind of know what side schemes are in there. And in a solo game, it's a lot better because they're coming in with 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 thwart, and that's pretty easy to set up to deal with. So you can, especially if you're drawing 3 cards, right? Alrighty, so starting out the game, we're going to discard until we get a spell card. Here we go. We got Pacification. So that's the one that we were playing with last game that stuns and exhausts all my upgrades once it kind of goes away. So, yeah, so that's a good point, Trap It. So if Pacification goes off first, then it exhausts me, so I can't even defend. So, that's interesting. Not sure I like it because it makes it harder, but yeah, excellent. So starting out, we got Jessica Jones, we got Photon Speed, we've got an Strength, a Pulsar Shield, one way or another. Okay, that's good. And then the Power of Justice. Okay, so Jessica Jones gets +1 thwart for each side scheme in play. And so one way or another automatically will give her 2 thwart. So I'm already feeling pretty good that I can get rid of that side scheme somehow. So we got that. We're definitely going to keep the strength. We're going to need the money. Photon Speed, I may keep out just in case, because with this is the remove 4 threat from a scheme, and so that almost guarantees me getting rid of that side scheme. I definitely don't need a Pulsar Shield, and I don't know if I'll be able to pay for it, but yeah, we'll keep it. I'll be able to pay for it when I draw the 3 cards. So my last card is Blue Marvel. Okay, great. So okay, so what I'm thinking. Yep. Okay, so I will flip up to hero form. We're going to go straight into Gamma. So Spectrum is starting out with +2 attack, and then I get to deal a damage to an enemy. So I'm going to just do the villain, so taking him down to 13. Then I'm just going to start it out. I'm going to play one way or another. So search the encounter deck for a side scheme. And so I can actually choose. So searching the deck for a side scheme. We'll do, I wonder if any of these are like really bad. I've only played Ebony Maw a couple of times, and so I'm not super familiar with his kit, but we're going to go ahead and put Landing Craft out there, which has an acceleration token, but we're going to get rid of that before the acceleration token takes place. Then that does give me a minion. I don't know if I want a minion, actually. Sorry. I'm going to do... take 2 damage, replace 2 threat here. We're going to... we'll just put the Black Order into play. So that comes in with 2. And then if a Black Order minion is in play, threat cannot be removed from that side scheme. And then it's a extra card each round. But, okay. So we put that, then I get to draw 3 cards. So we got Energy Duplication, So this is exhaust energy duplication, and I get to generate the top or the resource on the face up energy form in play. So that's pretty cool. Got a beat cop, and we got a skilled investigator. So definitely going to put that skilled investigator down because we're going to get rid of the black order here. I'm going to use a strength to put a energy duplication into play. Then I'm going to exhaust energy duplication, play a power of justice to put Jessica Jones into play. So Jessica Jones has +1 thwart right now because there's one side scheme in play. Yep. And then I'm going to thwart with Miss Jessica Jones and remove these two to discard the black order. When I do that, I'm going to exhaust skilled investigator to draw a card. I got speed of light, which may be good to one of the things that I've heard that is hard with Spectrum is that you can, if you don't draw the right cards, get stuck in a form. And so I want to try and avoid that, but also being in a defensive form may not be too bad. I have full health, so I don't necessarily want to switch over, but or I could just throw beat cop out. Jessica Jones no longer has +1. Let's see. Let's just have some fun with it right now. Let's just see what Spectrum can do. Let's deal 3 damage to the villain, so taking him down to 10. Oops, 1 too many. And then I'm going to play Speed of Light to switch the Gamma for the Photon, removing 1 threat from the scheme when I switch. And then now I have +2 thwart instead of +2 attack. Okay. Then I get to draw a card from Speed of Light, which is a clear the area. But I think what I'm going to do instead is trying to figure out if I want to get rid of, put a beat cop out there or Blue Marvel. I think Blue Marvel, actually. So I'm going to discard these 3 to play Blue Marvel. Blue Marvel comes in, he's a 2/2/3. I can change energy forms, and so I'm going to switch right back to Gamma. I don't know if that was worth it. It was just kind of fun to do. I don't think that that was strategically the correct move to do, but it was fun. Anyways, so Blue Marvel, I will attack the main villain with 2, bringing him down to 8. Great. Okay. Now we will stand everybody up. We will draw a couple of cards. A Gamma Blast. Excellent. An Agile Flight. So I really like the fact that she has an aerial trait because there are so many cards that I just never get to play with, like Agile Flight, which is playable only if you have the aerial trait. And it's remove a total of 5 threat from among schemes as you choose. So it's really good later game, right? If I flip up a couple side schemes, then that's going to be great. But right now, if I just have 1 threat out there, it's not worth paying 3 for. Hey, I got another Speed of Light. Got a Jack Flag, so that's nice. And then we've got a Heroic Intuition just in case. So great. So starting out, we're going to put 1 here. Ebony Maw is going to attack me. I'm going to remove this before the attack resolves. And then he's going to attack me for 1. I will just take that. 1 + 1 is 2. And there we go. And we got 1 bad card. The 1 bad card is a Rubble Storm. So it has Surge. So we're going to do 1 more card. And it comes in with 3 invocation and is going to do 2 damage to all enemies in play, or all allies in play. And yeah, so don't want that to go off, or want to kill off my allies before that goes off. And then gang up. So the villain and each minion engaged with me attacks. So we'll remove 1 here, remove 1 here. And Ebony Maw is going to attack. I'm going to just take it again. So 1 + 1, 2. Great. Okay. So Down to 7. He's at 8. I've got to get rid of my allies before this goes off, which isn't going to be too hard. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so what do I want to do with my life? I have a Gamma Blast. So I could take him into round 2, which probably is the right move here. It's expensive though. I don't want to play Jack Flag because Rubble Storm's going to go off and just kill Jack Flag. So might as well not do that. I'm going to let's just do a Gamma Blast. Let's get rid of a Jack Flag and an Agile Flight, exhaust energy duplication to play a Gamma Blast. So change to Gamma form. I'm already in Gamma form. So this attacking is overkill and I deal 7 damage. Down to 1. Okay. Now I'm going to attack with Blue Marvel to do 2 to take him into stage 2. So this, he goes up to 18. 17, 18. And then I get a spell. I discard a lot of cards. Ooh. There we go. There's a spell. So this is manipulation. So it enters play with 2 counters on it. And after the last counter is removed from manipulation, discard 1 card at random from your hand. And then I am confused. Yeah, I don't like that one. Okay. I am going to attack with Jessica Jones. So do 2 damage to the villain. And then I will attack with Spectrum, dealing 3 damage to the villain. So bringing him down to 13. And I will play Speed of Light to switch into my Pulsar form. It gives me +2 defense, and I get to heal 1 damage. So going up to 8. I get to draw a card, which is Lay Down the Law. So I will then activate Lay Down the Law, or play Heroic Intuition to discard Lay Down the Law to get rid of this threat. Okay. Great. We'll stand everybody up and we will draw some cards. There's a Speed of Light. There's a Lay Down the Law, making an entrance. There's a Wiccan. That's nice. And that's 5. Okay, great. Cool. So now we're going to start here. He's going to attack me because I'm in hero form. He's going to discard pacification. So discard each, or exhaust each upgrade. And I'm stunned. I misread this last time. I canceled defend. I thought it exhausted my hero as well. So sorry about that. So pacification gets discarded, and we're down to 1 on Rebel Storm and manipulation. Then Ebony Maw is going to attack. He's going to attack. I'm going to defend with Blue Marvel. And so he's going to attack for 2 plus a 0, but we got rid of an advance, which is nice. And Blue Marvel then bites the dust. We're going to resolve 1 bad card, and it is another spell. It's another manipulation, and it has Surge. So there's a landing craft. So manipulation enters with 2. And landing craft is when defeated, I need to go and find a minion. So, yep. Okay. So now it's my turn. Okay. So I need to kill off Jessica Jones because Rubblestorm is going to kill her no matter what. And so she needs to make an attack. So I might as well, or a thwart. She could thwart the landing craft. But I'm not. Man, that Rubblestorm is tough because I wanted to play a Wiccan, but I can't do that. So I'm going to have her attack because I've got a way to get rid of that. No, I'm going to wait until I get a minion. Okay, so cool. Okay, so I'm going to play. I'm going to play Speed of Light to switch this to Gamma form. No, yeah, to Gamma form. Okay, sorry. I'm starting to figure out how I can do this even better. Okay, great. Okay, cool. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to thwart, and I'm going to discard Lay Down the Law to play Making an Entrance. So when your hero makes a basic thwart, it gets +2 for that thwart. And if it, after that thwart ends, if all the thwart was removed from the scheme, then I get to heal 2 damage. So I'm going to thwart Landing Craft for 3. This goes away. My little acceleration goes away. And then I'm discarding, yep, until a minion. Hey, right there. Hey, there's a guard. So guard, when defeated, give the villain a tough status card, and he's a 1/2. Okay. Now I'm going to play Speed of Light. Now I'm going to switch into this Gamma form. When I switch, I get to deal 1 damage to an enemy. So I'm going to deal 1 damage to the Black Order Infantry right here. And I get to draw a card. Hey, there's a Gamma Blast. I'm stunned, though. I really don't want to spend that much on Gamma Blast. So Okay, so Jessica Jones is going to attack, which will deal 1 damage to Jessica Jones and dealing 2 damage to the Black Order Infantry, just like that. And then I'm trying to think if it's worth putting Wiccan into play to get rid of the Black Order Infantry, even though he will die. I think so. So I'm going to spend an energy to play Wiccan. I'm going to. Do I risk? It's really not that big of a payoff. I can take care of threat as much as I want. So Wiccan is, after he thwarts, discard the top card of the encounter deck and deal damage to an enemy for each boost icon. So if it has 0 boost icons, then I'm not in a good position. But if it doesn't have 0 boost icons, then I am. But I can take care of this threat pretty easily. So I'm just going to attack with Wiccan, and we'll kill the Black Order Infantry. And then the villain gets a tough status card. Awesome. Cool. Okay. So now at the end of the round, I'm going to stand everything up. I'm going to hold on to Gamma Blast. There's a lot of stuff that I need to do to get rid of Gamma, or to get rid of Stunned and Tough. So it may not be worth. I'm going to hold on to it. Just we'll see. So get Pulsar Shield, get Photon Speed, Under Surveillance, which is pretty nice, and then a Quasar. Okay, so okay. Starting out, we're going to add 1 here, so that's 2. And then we will activate Rubblestorm, so dealing 2 damage to everybody. So Wiccan dies. We will activate Manipulation, So discard one card at random from my hand, and then I am confused. So we got 5. If we roll a 6, we will re-roll. Get my dice from my tray over here. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, under surveillance. That's not great. It's fine. And then this goes down by 1. Okay. And then he is going to attack me for 2. I'm sitting at 6. I'm going to defend. I'm going to discard a photon speed to play a pulsar shield. So that allows me to switch. Oops, sorry. Switch into my photon form, which gives me +2 defense, and I get to heal a damage. So I'm defending for 3 against his 2, and he attacked for 2, so I take 1 point of damage. Cool. Alrighty. Now we're going to resolve bad cards. So we got the obligation. I cannot change energy forms. So not great. So I think I have 2 3s in my hand. I can't actually play those. Definitely probably should have kept. No, well, it wouldn't matter because of loss of control. Okay, so I will flip down to alter ego. And is I confused for something? Yeah, I am confused. For some reason, I missed that. So I'm stunned and confused. And I'll get rid of Quasar. Okay, ready up. Draw us up to 6. Hey, there's a Death Focus. There's a Genius. Lay down the law. 2, 4, 5, 6. There's a one way or another, which is nice. Okay. Cool. So I'm adding 1 here. Then Ebony Maw is going to scheme for 2 plus 0. Ooh, I don't actually move on. Then this, or manipulation goes off first, sorry. So I discard 1 card at random from my hand. Get my dice. Go top down, 1 through 6. So 3. Oh no, my one way or another. I needed that one. Oh well. Oh well. Okay. We'll get a bad card. So treachery. When revealed, each minion engaged with the player activates against that player. Each player who is not engaged with the minion searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a black order minion and puts it into play engaged with them. Let me shuffle the encounter deck. So need a black order minion. Got this guard guy. We got black order infantry again. Got Outrider, which discards 1 card from random at my hand. I don't really want that at all, actually. So I think I'm going to do a Black Order Infantry. Well, when he's defeated, he gets a tough status card. I don't like any of these minions. I will go with Outrider, because, yeah. And 1 card at random, we'll go 1 through 5 again. 6, we'll reroll. 3, and we got Pulsar Shield. Okay. Gross. So okay. So yeah, I need to exhaust to get rid of loss of control, which removes this from the game. But I just need to not die like that. Then I will I will flip up. I will choose. I'm going to choose Photon. Nope, sorry, not Photon. Pulsar. +2 defense. But then that allows me to heal 1 damage. And my +2 defense. So I'm going to discard a Gamma Blast to play Lay Down the Law, which removes my Confused. And then I will discard a Genius to play a Death Focus. Super unoptimized, but yeah. Okay, we'll stand everyone up. We'll draw 5 cards. 2, 4, 5. And what do we got? We got Making an Entrance, which was nice. We got Photon Speed, Power of Justice. There's another Gamma Blast. That's excellent. Okay. So okay. So starting out, we're going to move on to the next phase here. So when revealed, shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Each player discard cards until they get a spell card. This comes in with 1, and there's no extra stuff. So we're shuffling these and hopefully not getting something that's too bad, but I'm starting to get built. I think I had a pretty easy time with Ebony Maw the first time through, and I think that it was just kind of the right card draws. The first time through I played, like with the campaign with Adam Warlock, not this stream, but I think that I need to focus a little bit more on building, because what I learned from that first stream is that I basically just rolled through them. It was pretty easy, pretty quick, and so that's kind of how I built a lot of these decks. And so maybe that wasn't the best way to do it. Okay, so discarding these until we get a spell. Hey, got rid of an advance. That's nice. Manipulation. I hate that. Manipulation is not a great one for the Justice deck. That does a lot of thwarting. Alrighty, now Ebony Maw is going to attack me. I am just going to take it. So he's attacking me for 2 plus a boost, which is 1. So that's 3. And then Outrider is going to attack me for 1, bringing me down to 3. That goes off before any of that happens. Okay. Gross. So now we've got top card, which is Landing Craft. That's 2, and it has an acceleration token. Awesome. Okay. So I am now stunned, but that's fine. Okay. So I'm going to attack right here to knock off my stun. So I'm no longer stunned. He's tough. Shoot, I forgot about that. I forgot that he was tough. Bummer. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm not going to do that. I am going to instead I will exhaust energy duplication to play making an entrance, and I will thwart for 3 on landing craft. Get that out of the way. That also discard cards until I get a minion. Shadows of the Past, that's gone. That's good. So we got quick strike, and after you attack and damage a character, that character is stunned. Ha! Joke's on you, I'm already stunned. So 2, so I take 2 damage. I'm down to 1. Yeek. That's not good. Okay. So I'm going to exhaust Skilled Investigator to draw a card. So there's a clear the area. I can... I will discard Photon Speed to play Clear the Area to get rid of this, which allows me to draw a card, which gives me a face-down boost card. So that's a Beat Cop. And somehow I am struggling with Spectrum. I've heard that she's pretty good, but apparently it's just not my play style. I don't think that I win this. But we'll see. Okay. So I'm going to exhaust Def Focus, discard a Beat Cop. Sorry, this is going to be like this. I have to shuffle this first. I did start unboxing and taking a look at all the Arkham stuff, and I'm really excited. It just seems like a really cool system. I'm really excited to try that out. But okay, so Beat Cop, exhaust that to play another energy duplication, and then I will have discarded Gamma Blast. Sorry. Instead, then I will exhaust energy duplication, discard a Power of Justice to put a Beat Cop into play. And then I'm going to flip down to Alter Ego. Okay. Stand everything up. Draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw 6 cards. Sorry, I don't know why I said 3. Draw 6 cards. Heroic Intuition, one way or another, making an entrance. Photon Speed, clear the area, and Quasar. Not really a lot of damage. Okay, so we're going to add 1 to the Power Stone. Ebony Maw is going to scheme. So we'll remove this from manipulation. This gets put out of play. I have 6 cards. I'll roll a dice. Whichever one, 5. Damn it. There's one way or another again. That's the second one way or another that's been discarded from a manipulation. That's not great. Okay, so Ebony Maw is going to scheme for 2. Plus 2 is 4. 5, 6, 7. So that puts me at 8 on the main scheme. Resolving 2 bad cards. We've got a Black Order. So then we've got a Gang Up, which gains Surge. So the Black Order comes into play with 2. And my Surge is a Black Order Infantry, which is a guard, which... Alrighty. So... What to do? Okay, so I don't need a Heroic Intuition. I would like to play Making an Entrance, but I don't think that's going to be able to happen because I need to heal. I think I just really need to heal. So if I'm going to do that, I'm going to go ahead and just do that and go up to 4. Then I'm going to flip up to I think defense. And I think, I mean, like, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think I win this game, but we'll play it out just for fun. Um, so I get to heal when I flip up. Then I'm going to discard a clear the area to, I can't, because I have Black Order minions in play, I can't actually get rid of that. So I will discard, I'll get 2 from there. Then I will I will exhaust these 2 energy duplications and discard Heroic Intuition to play Quasar. So that removes threat from here, but not here because I can't remove threat from there. Then I will exhaust Beat Cop to remove 1 from here, 1 from here. Beat Cop gets nice little token appreciation. Quasar will then do attack and kill the Outrider. Alrighty. We'll stand everybody up. And we will draw some cards. Yeah, I'm going to keep a Photon. So lay down the law, clear the area, beat Cop, Photon, 2, 4. Well, I can get rid of a lot of threat, but that's not what I am needing right now. I need damage. So, okay. Starting out, we're going to add 1 here. Ebony Maw is going to attack me for 2. Quasar is going to take it and step in and take it. So 2 plus 0. Quasar doesn't quite make it. And then these 2 are going to attack me for 4, bringing me down to 1. Okay. Doing 2 bad cards because of the Black Order. So we got a spell, which is manipulation. I hate that card. And we've got Rubble Storm, and I hate that card as well. I hate all the spells. No, it's a really cool mechanic. I say I hate it, but they're just bad for me, so I hate them. But alrighty. Okay, so okay. So I'm going to I'm going to exhaust 1 energy duplication, 1 death focus to play a photon speed. So change to photon energy form. So that comes here. So this switches out for thwart. After you change to this form, remove 1 threat from a scheme. I'm going to go here. And then I remove 4 threat from a scheme. So that takes that down to 0. Cool. I didn't want to do that. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. I'm backing up. We're not going to play the photon speed. This still has 5. And we're going to be in Pulsar. Okay. Rewind. Okay. That's what we're doing. We're learning. So instead of doing that, I am going to exhaust 2 energy duplications and discard a lay down the law to put a beat cop into play. I'll exhaust these 2 beat cops to remove the 2 threats from this scheme. I will attack to get rid of the stunned. And I will discard a photon speed to play clear the area to remove 2 threat here. Alrighty. Ooh, no, now. Instead of playing clear the area, I'm going to discard a photon speed or exhaust. So I have these. So I'm going to exhaust the depth focus, discard a clear the area to play a photon speed, which will allow me to flip into photon mode, removing one threat from the scheme. Then I'm going to flip down to my alter ego and hopefully not scheme out too quickly. Cool. Okay. Stand everybody up. I am going to hold on to photon speed. Yeah. Got Jessica Jones, Blue Marvel, Energy, Lay Down the Law, and a Pulsar Shield. Okay. That's not a bad hand. Okay. So starting out, we're going to add one threat here. Ebony Maw is going to activate, so we're going to get rid of my two things here. He's going to scheme for 2 plus 3. Ouch. So that's 5. There's 9. That's game. Wow. Oof. Just really didn't needed to not draw. I was screwed. There was no way I was winning that game. So alrighty, so I wonder how different that would have been if I was able to play more of my one way or another cards. I was only able to play one, and I had 3 of them. 2 of them got discarded from the stupid manipulation cards. I'm wondering how that would be different. I didn't hate this. I think that it was one of my worst games that I've played. But I think that if I just manipulate this a little bit more to add a little bit more damage in there, because I think that would be a little bit better. I think I would either that or more allies. So if I had more allies, some more low-cost allies like an Ironheart or something like that, then those could start taking some of the attacks, and I wouldn't have to worry about always flipping down into the Pulsar to try and heal. So, okay, well, that was justice. I'm going to try leadership next because I'm more interested in protection than leadership, so I want to end it on something that I'm looking forward to. So I'll be right back, and we will set up a leadership game. Alrighty, let's try some leadership. So leadership is I built this deck to kind of play off of just let's get a bunch of Avengers out there, Spectrums and Avengers, so we can activate a bunch of these cards like Mighty Avengers, uh, go crazy with Cap, and then just have a bunch of Avengers in here, and then building them up to let them swing for what they're going to swing for. So, so yeah, that's kind of this deck. It's a leadership deck, so we'll see how it goes. I was saying earlier in the stream that maybe the leadership deck doesn't really play off of Monica's abilities too much, but maybe that allows her to be a little bit more flexible. And so I can kind of, if I need to be thwarting more, I can be spending time in her thwart form, pulsar, photon, or if I need to be doing more damage, which really usually is not the case with a leadership build, then I can be spending time in gamma form, but maybe it just allows for that flexibility a little bit more. We'll see. I think I give leadership a harder time than it deserves, but it's also my least favorite aspect. So I'm entitled to that opinion. I have not been changing my colors. What am I doing? What am I doing? Right. 1 second. I'm gonna change colors just because I like it. That's better. Okay, cool. So now I got a little blue face thing, and my hero HP is in blue. So yeah. Alrighty. So I uh I have been reading through Wheel of Time, and so I'm a co-host on a podcast called Fantasy and Some Flights, and we talk about beer, board games, books, and bourbon. So we have kind of those four pillars, and with the Wheel of Time Amazon TV show coming out, then we kind of set up a book club to kind of talk through that. So that is just now starting. So if you're interested in reading through Wheel of Time, so far it's a phenomenal book. If you're interested in reading that, you can go onto the Fantasy and Some Flights website, join our Discord, and we're hosting all of our conversations through that. This is also a good time to talk about the Living Card Gamer, our Living Card Games Discord. And so D20 Woodworking and Jason and I, who's on the stream fairly often, have started a Discord, and it's a growing community where we're talking everything about living card games. So that link is actually in the video description if you're watching on YouTube, or it's in my little bio thing for Twitch. So we would love to have you there. It's we're growing, and so it's an exciting time to jump in. So hopefully see you there. Excellent. So let's start out. First off, we need to figure out what spell we're getting. Cool. Manipulation. Not a fan of this spell. I really don't enjoy effects that discard cards at random. But oh well. All right, so 6 cards. 2, 4, 6. Hopefully I don't draw a cap on the first turn. Hey, I got Ant-Man Stinger, Reinforced Suit, 2 Speeds of Light. That could be kind of fun. And a Energy Duplication. Alrighty, so I'm not going to play a Reinforced Suit on the first turn. I am probably not going to play Stinger. Speed of Light, they pay for themselves, so you might as well just get the little ping, heal or damage or whatever. And Energy Duplication I do want. So hey, there's a Power of Leadership and a Power Gloves. Okay. Cool. So I will. All right. So first off, I'm going to flip up into Spectrum. She's coming. I'm going to give her the Gamma, which deals 1 damage. Where did my mouse go? Deals 1 damage to Ebony Maw, taking him down to 13, giving me +2 attack. I am going to Speed of Light to change into Photon, which switches this with +2 thwart, removing a thwart. Draw a card. Hey, there's a rapid response. That's good. I'm going to Speed of Light again to switch back into Gamma form. Switching to +2 thwart for +2 attack, dealing 1 damage to Ebony Maw, and drawing a card. Hey, there's Hawkeye. Ooh, I like getting a Hawkeye out right now. Let me see. Can I get energy duplication out there? If I do that, that pays for that. And then I can hold on to Ant-Man. I kind of want rapid response though. Okay. Yeah. Sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna discard Ant-Man and Power Gloves to play an energy duplication, which allows me to generate the resource of whatever is top right here. I'll exhaust energy duplication, discard a Power of Leadership to put Hawkeye into play. So he comes in with 4 arrow counters, and when minions come in, he gets to kill them. Awesome. I'm going to hold on to rapid response, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to attack because if a Robostorm comes out, I think I will probably see a Robostorm before I see 4 minions. I may be incorrect on that, but I don't want to risk it. And right now it's not worth just doing 1 damage to Ebony Maw. But Spectrum will attack for 3, and we'll keep that going. Great. Stand everybody up. Got a Pulsar Shield, a Photon Speed, and a Mighty Avengers. Okay. Well, I'm definitely playing Mighty Avengers because that card is so good. Okay, great. So we're going to add 1 thwart to attack on nowhere. Ebony Maw is going to attack me. We'll remove 1 from manipulation, and I will just take the 1 attack. So this is 1 + 1 boost. So 2 damage. Cool. Now we're resolving this bad card, which is a Black Dwarf. So it's a 1/3/6 Black Dwarf. Attack gains overkill. I'm going to exhaust, or not exhaust, remove 1 arrow counter from Hawkeye to just go ahead and do 2 damage to it. Awesome. Okay. Very cool. Hawkeye is so good. Like, especially with like a lot of these like newer encounter sets that have just a ton of minions in them. Hawkeye was great against Ultron. He's just like a solid core set hero. So I always kind of forget about him, but he's really good. Okay, so I am going to discard 2 Photon Speeds and a Pulsar Shield to play Mighty Avengers. So that gives all of my characters, as long as they all have the Avenger traits, +1 thwart and +1 attack. So that's kind of exciting. So Spectrum's at a 4 attack. So Spectrum is going to attack and kill the Black Dwarf. And I'm going to actually yeah. Yep. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Excellent. So I will stand up. I will draw cards. So there's a Pulsar Shield. There's a Gamma Blast. That's what I'm looking for. Reinforced Suit and an Inspired. Okay. So great. So we're going to place 1 here on attack on Nowhere. So that takes it up to 2. Then Ebony Maw is going to attack. We're going to remove this. So Manipulation. Discard 1 card at random from your hand. And I'm confused. So 1 through 5. We rolled a 6, so we re-roll. We rolled a 5. Oh, that's stunned. Drew the wrong card. So that 5th card is Inspired. I would have liked to have that, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, so great. So now he is attacking me for 1 plus 1, so I take 2 damage. And then we're resolving this bad card. Oops. So this is Agents of Thanos. So Treachery. When revealed, hero, deal 1 damage to your hero for each spell environment in your play area. If you take no damage this way, this card gains Surge. So this gets Surge. And we've got Landing Craft. So Landing Craft is the one, when defeated, you put a minion into play, engaged with the player. So, which, not the worst thing in the world, because Hawkeye. Or hopefully not the worst thing in the world, I guess. Okay. So now to think about this. So this is 6 damage sitting on here. There's 7, so I can take him into round 2. I'm wondering if I want to do that. I don't know why I wouldn't want to do that. This is why. Okay, cool. So I'm going to thwart here for Landing Craft. So discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until I get a minion. Black Order Infantry. So, yeah. When he's defeated, he gets a tough status card, so that's too bad. But there's 2 damage there. Then I'm going to... Oh, bummer. Okay. Oh, well. I will... Exhaust energy, duplication. This is 1 damage. To play a reinforced suit onto Hawkeye. I will attack with Spectrum, killing the Black Order Infantry, which will give Mr. Ebony Maw a tough status card. Response. Awesome. Stand up. This goes away. And we'll draw 5 cards. So we got the Power of Leadership, Maria Hill. I forgot that Maria Hill is not an Avenger. I would take this out of this deck because of Mighty Avengers. So just kind of a thought. So Speed of Light, Energy, Duplication, which is nice, and a Strength. Awesome. Okay. Starting out, we're going to add 1 here. We're going to... This is gone. Ebony Maw is going to attack me. There's 7 health. He's going to attack me. I'm just going to take it. So it's 1 plus 3. So that's 4. Ouch. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Whew. Okay, well, that may change what I'm doing because now I have a lot of damage on me. And we'll resolve the top card. So remove 1 invocation from each spell environment in your play area. If you have no spell environments in your play area, discard cards until you have a spell environment discarded and put that into your play area. So, okay, so pacification. So after the last invocation counter is removed, exhaust each upgrade, and then I'm stunned. So this comes in with 3, so we got a little bit more time before that really takes off. So, cool. Okay. Okay. What do I want to do here? I want to discard a strength for an energy duplication. I want to just knock the tough off of him. No, I'll knock the tough off of him by switching back into Gamma. So I'm going to play Speed of Light to switch into Pulsar mode. So this gives me +2 defense, and it allows me to heal the damage, so I'm up to 4. Then I'm going to flip down to Alter Ego. Oh, I need to draw a card from Pulsar. Ooh, there's Iron Man. Sweet. Okay, well, that's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to exhaust 2 energy duplications and play the Power of Leadership to put Iron Man into play. Then I will heal 3 with Monica. So that's 1, 2, 3, puts me up to 7. Iron Man will thwart. So that's 1 damage to Iron Man. He'll thwart for 3. So we'll just hopefully not move on. And then Iron Man is sitting at 4 health left. So I think I'm going to swing and knock the tough off of Ebony Maw. Great. Okay. We'll stand up. Mighty Avengers is so good. It's so good. I'm going to discard Maria Hill because I don't need her, unfortunately. Just for some reason, forgot that she wasn't an Avenger. So there's Gamma Blast. There's Inspired, Power Gloves, Innovation, and Energy. That is a good hand. Awesome. Okay. Okay. So we're going to start out, we're going to add 1 here. When he activates, he's going to discard this, and he's going to scheme for 2 + 1. So that's 3. So we're up to 4 on the main scheme. We'll then reveal the top card, which has Quick Strike, which does not take effect because I'm in Alter Ego. And then if she stuns a character, or she attacks and damages a character, then that character is then stunned. Great. Okay. 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 Excellent. Okay. 7. I'm going to heal. It's kind of weird, but no, wrong one. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. I'm going to heal, not in Pulsar anymore, but I am going to flip up to Hero and go to Gamma. So in Gamma, I have a lot of attack. I get to deal a damage to somebody. I will just deal the damage to Supergiant because I will exhaust energy duplication twice. I will pay innovation. So this is one of the new resource cards from the Mad Titan Shadow campaign box, which I'm not sure. This is my favorite one of those. So it says after you spend this card, heal 1 damage from an ally I control. So I'm going to heal 1 from Iron Man. And so I don't know if I love them. I think this one definitely gives you the most bang for your buck. So yeah, we'll see. So pay that to play Gamma Blast. So if I was already in Gamma energy form, which I am, then this Atakian's overkill. So it deals 7. So it deals 4 and then 3 to Ebony Maw. I'm going to put a Power Gloves and an Inspired on Iron Man. So Iron Man's now at a 4/4 and deals 1 damage after he attacks or thwarts. I'm going to attack, or I'm going to thwart 4 with Iron Man and deal 1 damage to Ebony Maw. And then Hawkeye is going to attack for 2. No. Hawkeye's going to hang out. No, he's. I need a blocker. That's the thing. Is I need someone to. I have 10 health. I'm gonna just start blocking myself. I think. So I should be in a different form. Iron Man needs a health over here, or damage over here. Alrighty. Okay. So. You know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to attack. I'm going to do 2 damage to the villain. So he's down to 3. Okay. I take that back. Final answer. Take it back. 1, 2. Hey, there's team training. That's good. 2, 4, 5. That's a good hand. Okay. So I'm going to start out. We're going to put 1 here. Ebony Maw is going to attack me. So pacification. He's going to attack me for 1 plus a boost, which is 2, but got rid of Shadows of the Past, which is great. So I'm down to 7. And then we're going to resolve this bad card, which is Reactor Overlord. When revealed, each player must choose to either take 2 damage or place 2 threat on that scheme. And it has a crisis icon. So I am going to place the threat on the scheme. So I think I can get rid of that fairly easily. And I think damage is what I'm struggling against the most. That's my biggest barrier. Great. Okay. So now we're going to exhaust 2 energy duplications to play a team training, which gives +1 hit point to all of my allies. We're going to attack for 5. No, we're sorry, 4. So actually, instead, I'm going to attack with Iron Man for 5 to kill Ebony Maw, taking him into round 2. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5. Just that's how I'm doing that. So Ebony Maw, I have to discard cards until I get a spell. There's a spell. Pacification again. Okay. It's going to stun me. So, and then Ebony Maw goes up to 18. Oops, 1 too many. Okay. And, oops, sorry. Need to throw 3 counters there. I am going to Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So I'm going to discard a Photon Speed and a Genius to play Blue Marvel. Before I do that, I actually want to attack. So I'm going to attack for 4. So doing 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's down to 14. Then I'm going to play a Photon Speed and a Genius to put Blue Marvel into play. So after Blue Marvel enters play, I get to change energy forms. And so I'm going to change to so that's a 3 thwart. That's a 2 thwart. Yeah. So So I'm going to change to Pulsar to give myself +2 defense. And I get to heal the damage when I do that. Then I'm going to thwart with Blue Marvel and thwart with Hawkeye. 1 damage. 1 damage to remove 5. So this is a 3 and this is a 2 thwart to get rid of reactor overload. Okay. Great. We'll stand up. And we will draw some cards. We got Squirrel Girl, got Deaf Focus, Captain America, 2, 4, 5. And Avengers Tower is one of these 2 cards. So that would have been nice to have earlier in the game. But okay. So now we're going to place one threat on the main scheme. Ebony Maw is going to go here. So pacification takes effect. So I have to exhaust each upgrade I control. And then I'm stunned. That goes away. Ebony Maw is going to attack me. And I'm going to hold on to Cap, because Cap will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Will only cost like 2 next round. So yeah. So I'm going to defend with Blue Marvel. So he's going to attack for 2 plus 3. So that's 5 damage. So Blue Marvel dies. But I'm going to discard Rapid Response to put Blue Marvel back into play with 1 damage. And after he enters play, I get to change energy forms. So I'm going to switch from Pulsar to Gamma. And ping Mr. Ebony Maw for 1 damage. Cool. Okay. Sweet. Awesome. So now top card, Rubble Storm. So it's Surge, enters play with 3 counters on it. And it's the deal 2 damage to everything. The one that I don't want to go off for a leadership build. And then remove 1 invocation counter from each spell environment in your play area. Eek. Okay, so there we go. Alrighty, so my turn. So what are we going to do? So I think we're definitely going to play an energy to put a rapid response out there. And then we'll discard Squirrel Girl to play Deaf Focus. So that kind of builds me up for a little bit. This is attack now. I will swing to knock off that stunned. I will swing for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will swing for 3. 1, 2, 3. And I will swing for 2. 1, 2. Alrighty. Stand up. Draw. So we got Pulsar Shield. We got Gamma Blast. So I said it last time, but barring nothing that goes too crazy, we've got victory on this next round, which is good. It's finally nice to get a win. Okay, I'm talking way too quick. I should not be saying this. Alrighty. Okay. So there's 3. Got Maria Hill. Not supposed to be in this deck, but that's fine. All right, so we'll start out. We will go here. Ebony Maw is going to attack me, so we're going to remove pacification, which exhausts all my upgrades and stuns me. And then Rubble Storm loses one. Now Ebony Maw is going to attack. He's attacking for 2 plus a boost card. So I think, is Avengers Tower just not in here? I really thought I put Avengers Tower in this deck, but apparently I didn't. I would switch out Maria Hill for Avengers Tower. That's my deck building advice for today. Okay, so he's attacking me for 2. I'm going to have Blue Marble take the attack. So 2 plus 2 is 4. So Blue Marble dies. I'm not going to activate Rapid Response. Then we've got 2 cards. So I cannot change energy forms. So I have loss of control now. And then we have Rubble Storm, which has Surge. And we have Landing Craft. So when defeated, bad stuff happens. But don't think that we are going to care, because we have got 5 damage right there, which kills the villain. I could also get Cap out, which would be kind of fun, but alrighty. So leadership, it plays pretty similar to all of the other leadership builds. I think that, you know, there are better characters for leadership. There are ones that are built around it. She is able to kind of fill in whatever we were lacking. And so that was kind of nice. But that was leadership. We got one more game. We've got protection coming up. Let me set that up, and I will see you here in just a couple minutes. Awesome. Okay, welcome back for the final game in the Spectrum Review live play scenario that we're doing. I hope you all like this format. I think it's a really good way to get an idea and an understanding of how each one of the different heroes play. I'm excited. War Machine is coming out here pretty soon, so hopefully next week I will have that in my hands and I'll be able to put another one up here for War Machine. But I'm enjoying these types of reviews. So now we went from my least favorite aspect, which is leadership, and we're going to try out my favorite aspect, which is protection. And so again, I forgot to change my little uh, colors, but I'm going to do that on the fly. So, but I just love protection. I'm a fan of kind of support in any type of game, any RPG like D&D or anything like that. I'm just always the person that's playing the clerics or the bards or something like that, just because for some reason that's just what I enjoy doing. So protection is really kind of that aspect in Marvel Champions. 1 second, it's going to transition all weird, but yeah, there's green. But so that's kind of the aspect. The downside is that when you're playing support, it's hard to play support when there's no one to support. So if you're playing a solo game, support gets a little bit more difficult to play. However, I think that there are a lot of viable solo player builds in protection, and it goes off of basically you play your turn on the enemy's turn. You play cards that activate when you defend. So I have a lot of like hard to ignores, electrostatic armors, all of these things that just kind of like ping and do a little bit of damage here and there, um, based off of how much you're defending for. So I think that it'll be a good deck. I like this style of deck, and so it's probably going to be a little bit longer of a game as you have to build a little bit more, but we will see. I'm looking forward to it. Awesome. Okay. So starting out with 6. So we got Ever Vigilant, which is one of those aerial cards. And so it says ready your hero and remove 2 threat from the main scheme. So I love this card. I don't need it in my first round, unfortunately. So we got Pulsar Shield. So that gives me retaliate 1 until the end of the turn. So that could be kind of nice. We've got Gamma Blast, which is 7. We've got an Energy Shield, Electrostatic Armor, and a Hard to Ignore. So definitely holding on to these 3, and we'll mulligan Gamma Blast and the aerial card. So we've got a Speed of Light and an Energy Barrier. Excellent. Okay. So, okay, great. So what I'm going to do, I do have a Hard to Ignore. So I'm going to flip up. I'm going to start by flipping up into hero form, and I'm going to choose the Gamma form, really just so I can do 1 damage to the villain. I then get +2 attack, and I will go ahead at this point and swing for 3. So he's down to 10. I'm going to play Speed of Light, which allows me to change energy forms. So I'm going to change to Pulsar, which gives me +2 defense. And I can heal, but I don't have anything to heal, but I get to draw a card. Okay. Then I'm going to discard a Preemptive Strike to play a Hard to Ignore. So Hard to Ignore is when you defend and you don't take any damage, you get to remove 1 threat from the main scheme. I'm going to discard a Pulsar Shield to play Electrostatic Armor, which gives me effectively Retaliate 1. It's not worded as Retaliate, but after you defend against an attack, deal 1 damage to the attacking character. And then I'm going to discard an energy to put an Energy Barrier into play, so I can basically prevent 1 damage and throw it back at Ebony Maw. This is a pretty fun and exciting first turn. Great. So we'll stand up. We'll put that down there. And we will draw 5 cards. Hey, there's my Armored Vest, a Desperate Defense, Pulsar Shield, Power of Protection, and a Blue Marvel. Okay. So So I got here. I've got here. It doesn't really help me to ready that much though. So okay, cool. So starting out, we're going to place one threat on the main scheme. Ebony Maw is going to. Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I need a spell. There we go. Perfect. So Rebel Storm. So dealing 2 damage to all of my characters. Okay. So Ebony Maw is going to attack me. I'm going to defend here for 3, and he's attacking me for 1 plus a boost card. I am going to. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to discard Pulsar Shield to play a Desperate Defense. So that gives me +2 defense, and if I don't take any damage, I get to ready at the end of the defense. So it's 5 defense against his 1 attack. He flipped up 2, so I take no damage. So I ready. I will exhaust Hard to Ignore to remove 1 threat from the main scheme. Electrostatic Armor does a damage here to Ebony Maw. Okay. Take a bad card. Manipulation, Surge. So this comes in with 2 invocation counters, and it's the one where I discarded 1 card at random from my hand. And then, the villain attacks me. So I'm kind of glad that I used Desperate Defense on that last one. So I will defend here. So he's attacking me for 1 to my 3. Flipped a boost card of 2, so I take 0 damage, and I deal 1 damage back to him via Electrostatic Armor. Cool. Okay, so now, and I have to remove 1 from each one of these because he activated it against me. Oofed. All right, so now I will. I will go ahead and discard a Power of Protection to put an Armored Vest into play. That will give me +1 defense. So now I'm at a base 4, which is kind of crazy. And yeah, okay. I will stand up. I don't think that I want Blue Marble. I think I want to hang out here. I'll stand up. I'll draw 5. There's an Ever Vigilant. That's good. Okay, Photon Speed. The Night Nurse. Love that card. There's another Hard to Ignore, which is excellent. And a Genius. Okay, good. Alrighty, so starting out, we'll place 1 threat here on the main scheme. He will activate. I will remove Manipulation. I guess, I don't know if it matters, but I will remove Rebel Storm, deal 2 damage to each character I control. So I'm going to remove 1 from Energy Barrier to deal 1 damage to the villain, and then I will take a damage. And then Manipulation is after the last. Discard 1 card at random from your hand, and then I am confused. So, come on, no bad cards. So we've got 5. Getting rid of the 3. No, it's the Night Nurse. No. Bummer. Oh well. Okay. And now we get a. And now he's actually attacking. So he's attacking for 1. I'm going to defend for 4. So 1 plus 2. So I take no damage. I'm going to exhaust Hard to Ignore to remove 1 threat from the main scheme. I will deal 1 damage via Electrostatic Armor. Death by 1,000 cuts. Let's go. Okay. Now, on my turn, I will discard a Photon Speed to play a second Hard to Ignore. I don't need an Ever Vigilant. It would be good to get rid of my Confused status, though, just in case. Okay, I'm going to spend a Genius for an Ever Vigilant. I don't think that this is a good move to Ready Spectrum, remove 2. Oh, I can't thwart, though. Yeah. You know what? I'm just going to leave that out there. I'm just gonna hold on to Genius and discard every Village at the end of my turn. So we'll stand up. I'll stay confused. We'll draw 1. There's a Speed of Light, a Pulsar Shield, Preemptive Strike, 2, 4, 5, and a Death Focus. Excellent. So starting out, we'll go 1 here. Ebony Maw is going to attack me. I will defend. When I defend, I will... Yeah, I'm just going to defend at this point. So 1 to my 4. He flips up a 2. I'm going to go ahead and discard a Pulsar Shield for a Preemptive Strike. So I cancel the 2 boost icons and deal 2 damage to the villain. So that's 4 damage, or 4 health left to the villain. I will exhaust 2 hard to ignores to remove these 2. I will deal 1 damage via electrostatic armor. He's down to 3. Very cool. Okay, so now we have to do a bad card. When revealed, hero deal 1 damage to your hero for each spell environment. If no damage was taken this way, this card gains Surge. So Surge, we got Black Order Infantry. So guard, and when I defeat him, give the villain a tough status card. Alrighty. So we will stand up. No, we won't stand up. That's the end of my turn, not the villain's turn. Cool. Alrighty. I'm going to play Speed of Light to switch from Pulsar to Gamma. When I switch there, I'm going to deal 1 damage to this Black Order Infantry guy. Then I get +2 attack instead of +2 defense. And I get to draw a card. I drew Maria. Maria Hill's not supposed to be in this deck. I'm drawing Gamma Blast. Okay. Is it worth using Gamma Blast to get rid of a Death Focus? I think it is. So I'm going to play a Genius and a Death Focus to play Gamma Blast. So it gains overkill because I'm in Gamma form. And so, actually, I think that the way that this would be resolved, let me know if I'm not playing this correctly, but I think that this would deal 7 here. It has overkill, but when this is defeated, this would get a tough status card, and then the overkill would knock the tough status card off. That's how I'm going to play it. If I'm wrong, let me know in the chat or let me know in the comments and I'll fix it. But that's how we're going to do it. Okay? And that's the end of my turn. So I think the other way that it could be interpreted is that I deal the damage to Ebony Maw before the tough status card gets added. And I don't think that that is correct. So let me know if I am not playing correct. So power protection with Iron Fist. Excellent. There's a Clea. Here's all my allies. There's another Gamma Blast and a Starhawk. There's literally all of my allies. You all saw me shuffle. So yeah. Starting out, we're going to place 1 threat here on the main scheme. Ebony Maw is going to attack me. I will defend for 2. He's going to attack me for 1 plus a star. Give the villain a tough status card. So he gets this tough status card. I don't take any damage, so I'm going to exhaust hard to ignores to remove this from the main scheme. And then this electrostatic armor is going to knock off this tough. Okay. Then top card, where we don't have any spells to remove counters from, so we're going to discard cards until we get a spell. There we go. We got Fireball. Enters play with 4 counters on it. Deal 4 damage to my identity when it is depleted. That's a big one, but we got some time to plan for it. Okay. Now it is my turn. It's probably not worth just Gamma Blasting again. No, it's definitely not. Okay, so I'm going to play the Power of Protection. I'm going to discard a Gamma Blast, and I'm going to discard a Clea to put Iron Fist into play. So he comes into play with 2 Mystic counters, and when he attacks, I can stun the enemy and deal 1 damage to the enemy, 1 extra damage. So I'm going to attack here, dealing 1 damage to Ironheart. I'll remove this, so that will do 3 damage. And then Ebony Maw 2 comes in with, I think, status cards roll over. At least the good status cards roll over, so I assume the bad status cards roll over too. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. So he comes in with 18. And yeah, sweet. Stand up. Got a speed of light, a hard to ignore, a strength, and an energy barrier. Another energy barrier. Like that. So attack on nowhere gets 1. Ebony Maw is going to attack me, but he is stunned, so that gets discarded. And then we're going to reveal the top, which is Outrider. So when revealed, discard 1 card at random from my hand. So we've got 5 here. And we're going to discard this last card, which is Starhawk. Okay. Cool. Okay. So I am going to attack. Yeah, I'm going to attack Ebony Maw. I'm going to do 3 damage to him just with a basic attack. So he's down to 15. I'm going to play Speed of Light to switch into my Pulsar form to get +2 defense and draw a card. I put the Gardener in here because I thought it was an interesting idea. I don't like this card. I don't think I like the cards that shuffle into the encounter deck because they're just so situational and you just have to pull them at the exact right time. And I don't think I'm actually going to play that. But I thought it was an interesting idea, so I put it in here just to kind of see the mechanic. But the more I thought about it, I was just not a fan. So I'll discard or use the Gardener to play a hard to ignore, and then I will discard a strength to play a energy barrier. I will attack with Iron Fist, doing 3 damage to the villain and stunning him. Cool. We'll stand up. We'll draw some cards. So Photon Speed, Unflappable, there we go. Desperate Defense, and an Energy Duplication. All right. This last card should be Energy Duplication too. Yep, they're both there. Cool. Issue in this game, so not the end of the world. Okay, so we're going to add 1 threat here to attack on nowhere. Ebony Maw is going to attack me, but he's stunned. And then Outrider's going to attack me. I'm going to remove 1 from Energy Barrier and then throw it at Ebony Maw. And then he gets 1 because I have Electrostatic Armor. No, I didn't defend. I didn't defend against the attack, sorry. Cool. My bad card is the Villain Schemes. Ooh, that may make it a little bit interesting. So 2 plus 1. So we're adding 3 threat. I really don't have a great way to remove threat. So that's my hard to ignores. And I'm confused. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, great. So we're gonna discard 2 Photon Speeds, which is my card to remove threat, but I think I can manage it fine to play an Energy Duplication. I will exhaust Energy Duplication to play an Unflappable, which allows me to draw a card when I successfully defend against an attack. And that. I guess I can attack or something. Oh, I'll just thwart. I'll get rid of the confused. Get rid of stun. I will thwart with Iron Fist to remove one here. Oh, I'm about to take some damage. That's fine. Not too worried about it. So we will draw some cards. Get a new encounter card. And I love protection so much. It's so much fun. Okay, so there's Night Nurse. There's Strength, so 2, 4, 5, Photon Speed. Okay, so we will ready. Starting out, we'll place 1 here on the main scheme. Ebony Maw will activate against me, which will activate Fireball, which will deal 4 damage to my identity. I'm going to remove 1, 2. I'll take 2 damage, 1, 2. And then I will deal 2 damage back to Ebony Maw. Okay. Now he's actually going to attack me. He's going to attack me for 2. I'm going to defend for 1. I will exhaust energy duplication to play a desperate defense. So this, I'm defending for 6 right now. He's attacking me for 2. So 2 plus 2 is 4. So I successfully defend. So I'm going to exhaust 3 hard to ignores to remove 3 threat from the main scheme. I will then exhaust an electrostatic, or not exhaust, but the electrostatic armor triggers, dealing 1 damage to him. I will exhaust Unflappable to draw a card. There's the stupid Gardener again. And yeah, Outrider's going to attack me. I'm going to remove 1 energy barrier and deal the damage back to Ebony Maw. Okay. We're resolving 2 encounter cards. So the first one is attached to Ebony Maw. Prevent all damage to Ebony Maw. After this card prevents 2 or more damage from a single attack, discard it. Ooh, okay. And then discard an upgrade or support I control. If no cards are discarded this way, this card gains Surge. Upgrade or a support I control. I'm going to get rid of a hard to ignore. All right. So I am going to play a string to put a energy duplication into play. I will exhaust energy duplication to put a Night Nurse into play. She comes in with 3 counters. Then yep, that's my turn. I'm going to discard both the Photon Speed and the Gardener. I don't think I need those. So we'll stand everybody up. And we'll draw. Okay, cool. There's a Gamma Blast. That's what I needed. I want something that allows me to flip into Gamma so that I can just do the attack here and then maybe hit him with the Gamma Blast to kill him, but it's fine. It'll be good. It'll all be good. Excellent. So we're going to add 1 here. Then Ebony Maw is going to attack me. I'm going to defend for 4. And he's attacking for 2 plus 3. So I will remove this energy barrier to prevent that final damage from going through and throw that back at Ebony Maw. Yeah. So nope. I'm going to throw it at Outrider because he has this card, which prevents all the damage. So Outrider takes the damage. I am going to exhaust 2 hard to ignores to remove 2 threat from the main scheme. I'm going to exhaust an Unflappable to draw a card. Cool. Then Outrider is going to attack me for 1. I'll just take that damage. Okay. We will we'll reveal the top card. Ooh, the villain and each minion engaged with me attacks. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay, so the villain 2 plus 3 is 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh, nope. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Outrider attacks me for 1. I'm down to 1 health, everybody. That was quick. Wow. Wow. Okay. But, whew. Man, that's crazy. Okay. So I'm just gonna exhaust the Night Nurse to heal a damage, or to heal myself 1. I'm going to discard the Power of Protection to play Ever Vigilant, which allows me to ready my hero and remove 2 threat from the main scheme. So ready up Spectrum. I'm going to exhaust 2 energy duplications and discard a Photon Speed to play Gamma Blast, which allows me to flip into Gamma mode. I'll deal 1 damage to Outrider when I flip into Gamma mode, which will kill Outrider. And then 7 damage, which just gets rid of this. And so now he has 7 health. I will swing. I'll deal 3 damage. No. Trying to think if I want to heal or if I want to just do the damage. So I think I am going to flip down to Alter Ego. And I'm going to heal. Okay. Discard Pulsar Shields. We'll ready everything up. Bring these down to the bottom row. We've got a Genius. We've got a Gamma Blast. That's what I needed. Depth Focus, Speed of Light, and a Preemptive Strike. So 2, 4, 5. So we should be good here. All right. So 1 goes on. Ebony Maw is going to scheme for 2 plus 0. So we got 2 more on the main scheme. Then we're going to reveal the top card, which is Shadows of the Past. Cool. Awesome. I'm glad I got to see at least 1 game with Shadows coming out, because that's part of the whole thing. So Shadows of the Past, you put into play your side scheme and your minion. So the minion comes in. So after Radio Man activates against me, deal 1 damage to each character you control. Oh, that's not good. Okay. And then Reactor Meltdown, when defeated, deal 1 damage to each friendly character in play. Wow. So those are kind of nasty. Then we got some other stuff that we're going to shuffle in here. Cool. I'm glad we got to see that. That's always fun. It's always fun to see. Cool. All right. So now on my turn, I'm going to, this is supposed to be up. I'm going to flip into hero form. I'm going to flip into gamma form. So gamma form, I will deal 1 damage to Mr. Ebony Maw, and then I'm going to spend a Genius and a Depth Focus to play Gamma Blast, which will deal 7 damage, ending the game. Awesome. Well, there you have it. That is the end of kind of the playthroughs that I'm doing today. So I played through each of the different aspects, and now I just want to talk about them a little bit. I think Spectrum is a really interesting hero. I felt like I was getting a little bit better with what form I needed to be in, how to flip through those forms as I played more of her. And so that is good to see. The first game, I was a little disappointed, but I think that was just because it's the first game I'd ever played with her. And I just had to kind of put myself in the mindset of what Spectrum needs to be successful. So how would I rank them? I rank the aspects. So I had a lot of fun with each aspect. I think, the only aspect that I didn't love was leadership. I think that's going to be more of a function of I don't love leadership than I don't love Spectrum with leadership. So I think That's going to be my least favorite. Leadership is going to be my least favorite just because it's not, I just don't really enjoy it. I don't think Spectrum brought anything really new to the table to activate for leadership. So my favorite aspect, let's see if I can do this. I think it's going to either be protection or aggression. I know I lost the game with aggression, but I was having a ton of fun just pumping out an absurd amount of damage. And I think that that would be really interesting and fun to try and balance. Okay, I need to I need to slow down a little bit because, maybe I don't win that race. So I think protection was really great. I love being able to just build a board and just basically have 3 defense. That being said, I don't think that she really brings anything to the table for a protection hero that other heroes don't have. Besides maybe the 3 defense, but I mean, you have 3 defense heroes with like Groot and effectively Cap. Like he has the shield, so he's going to start with 3. So in that sense, I think aggression is going to be my favorite. I think I really enjoyed aggression with Spectrum, which is interesting because I don't always love aggression. So I'm going to go aggression is my favorite. Protection is my second favorite with her because she enables the protection player to play solo because, defending for 4 almost guarantees you're not going to be taking any damage, which then allows you to really do like hit your unflappables, your hard to ignores and everything. Then justice as third, and then leadership as in the last place. So I think that I really want to play more of her in all of these aspects. And so it will be a hero that gets to the stream again, gets to the table more often because I really like this design. I think it's really interesting. It makes you kind of think about the game in a slightly different way. What form do I need to be where? It's really hard to change forms if you're not drawing the right cards. And so I think that that is kind of a really cool design choice. And yeah, so that is that's my stream for today. I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to be playing Lord of the Rings, the living card game. We're going to do Conflict at the Carrick. So that's tomorrow's stream. I'm going to start a little bit later. So I'm going to have a little bit later of a night tomorrow at work. And so I'm going to probably start around 8:30 or 9. I will post on Instagram what that time will be once I actually figure it out, but it's not going to be exactly at 8. So if you're waiting for me at 8, I'm sorry I won't be available, but I should be on by at the latest 9. So looking forward to seeing you there with some Lord of the Rings. We'll be playing some more Marvel Champions on Wednesday, and then we'll see where we go from there. Excellent. It's great hanging out with you all. Thank you for joining, and have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Awesome. Bye.